Hello guys, welcome everyone to Mando Monday. This is the series where you guys ask the questions and I answer them. Could be anything to do with Counter-Strike Global Offensive, CSGO updates, CSGO cheating, what kind of socks I wear, or the state of CSGO investing. Now if you guys have any questions for next week's video, leave them down in the comments. Ask Mando and then ask your question. Without further ado, let's hop right into the video. Now, the past couple weeks, I gotta say, there's been a lot of stuff going on about Counter-Strike Global Offensive. There's been updates, like the Dreams and Nightmares update came out, which a lot of people thought was gonna break the Steam market. You know, some things did break, and with that, the Danger Zone case went up to 12 or 13 cents, and there was a lot of FOMO with that, the fear of missing out. And with that, the case went up in price, and some of the skins as well. We've also seen Stockholm prices for certain individual stickers that have just gone up, tripled in price, which that's kind of to be expected. A lot of things like that have happened previous years. Even with RMR, we saw a huge spike with hollows and foils. Even the gold stickers went up in price a lot after they were removed, and then after that, they went back down to where they are today, where you have Navi Golds at, $7, even $6 at some given points in the year when they were $180 at one given point in time. And as well, with the second video coming out later today, because it's very dire, I think I make this video, and if you are a Counter-Strike content creator, I suggesting and you should make a video on this too to kind of spread the word and awareness about it. But the current CSGO cheating situation that's going on in North America, Europe, and just worldwide for CSGO. So right now there's a big bug in CS. I have a whole script typed out ready to go for this and the current state of CS and how pretty much if you spawn into a game, click a whole bunch of buttons and join back in, you hear a water splash sound, you can join back in and you can respawn mid-round, as well as you can spawn somewhere else on the map. That could be on the opposite side spawn before you spawn in and before they spawn in, which is just absolutely crazy. Like for an example, mid on Mirage, you'll spawn there. On Nuke, you'll spawn outside on the fence. And then on an example on Wingman, which is just game breaking, you can spawn on the opposite bomb site, which the other side, so the CTs can't get to you and you can just plant, win the round every time. So yeah, it's a pretty big game breaking thing, as well as also in the news. Faceit was bought for $1.5 billion by a Saudi Arabian company, which is just absolutely crazy. We talked about the pros and cons of it and the future of Faceit and how things could change, how things could actually change for the better. Now, our first question up from Hamadan, he asks, Ask Mando, do you think picking up an AK Asimov and an Op Neo Noir is a good investment? Now, if you guys don't know what these skins are in, like for a case specifically, it is the Danger Zone case, which actually just got removed. And a lot of YouTubers, actually just specifically Suka Hotfire, he was hyping this thing up when obviously it went to 13, 14 cents at one given point in time because of the FOMO. And everyone's been talking about how he's covering a whole bunch of videos on FOMO, but I don't want to call him out individually. I'm sure there's some other people. That was just the main person. People were saying it doubled in price. Should you invest in it now? And the quick answer is no. You should not invest in anything if it quickly doubled in price. That means it's at its all-time high, especially for that given point in time. And it's eventually going to go down. And that's exactly what happened in this case. So with the case going up a little bit at that point in time, some of the skins went up. And that's when I suggested not to invest in the skins or the case. And even then, I don't think these as an investment are very, very good. If you want a good play skin for an AK, I think the Asimov's actually a pretty good looking skin for the AK. Some people love it, you hate it. Same with the Neo Noir. You either love the skin or you absolutely hate it. I am one that doesn't really like it, but I like the AK Asimov. And right now, there's quite a few of them listed on the market. Stat Track Factory New for the AK Asimov, there's 7, and then Factory New in regular is 22. Minimal Wear is 167. 312 for field tested, 56 for well-known, and 127 battle scarred. And there's probably about 102 to 200 stat track in every single condition listed. So right there's almost over 1,200 listed, I would say, in stat track and non-stat track just in the Steam market alone, which is just kind of crazy. And then for the Op Neo Noir, for all the listings combined, we're looking at almost 1,000 as well, just on the Steam market alone for Neo Noirs for the Op. And at that point, it's, the max you can get if you unbox this case and get a stat track Factory New red is $105. And then for the, obviously, stat track Factory New AK is $486. So if you're going to invest in it, I would definitely go with Factory New, non-stat track, because stat track skins are very, very hard to sell for later online. But overall, I would stay away from the Danger Zone case and the skins inside of it for a very long time, since this case dropped back down to about 6 or 7 cents this morning, which is just, I mean, what can you expect? If you bought in at 3 and 4 cents before with buy orders like you're supposed to with kind of cases like in this situation, then there's not really a point of investing in it going forward. People who made their money would have made their money. Our next question, Levante asks, Ask Mando, you were always first when there is an update. Do you have an alarm app or something? So if you guys don't know what he's talking about, whenever there's a CS update, like let's just say Source 2 came out next week, I most likely would be the very first person to make a video on it on the internet. And that is because I'm always ready for a Counter-Strike update. I do a lot of day trading stuff with CS, and I have Twitter up on one monitor and TweetDeck. And if you guys don't know what TweetDeck is, it's pretty much Twitter, but it automatically refreshes, which I wish Twitter would do on their own. And with that, and with my phone, CS tweets usually are very, very quick. they go out, and then I get an alarm kind of for them, but a notification. And I pretty much work from home all the time, so I pretty much have the chance to make a video probably before a lot of other people do as well. You usually go over the update page, look over what's there, and if there's an update, I'll download the update, open the new case that's out, go through what's new. But with Dreams and Nightmares, it was a little different. We kind of knew what was coming in that case specifically. And that's kind of like what I promote my YouTube channel sometimes as, is the first is always covering an update. But with CS as well, I don't think there's a lot of updates that do come out. So when there is an update, it's usually pretty big. That's why I like to be first on it. I like to be known for that specifically. But I appreciate you noticing. Now, our next question and comment specifically from Hawk is up next. He asks, Ask Mando, thoughts of picking up 1,000 of each short midterm investments, possibly some short midterm flips as well. And that is Chroma 3, the clutch case, the revolver case. And he also says, by the way, thanks for these daily vids. Started investing and made first profits with your tips. Hey, thanks, brother. I really do appreciate it. And I appreciate you commenting on our videos. I do see you commenting every once in a while. Now, for midterm flips and even short-term flips, I'm going to be honest with you, these three cases are probably not great for mid and short-term. You're going to be looking at longer tier investments for three of these. The revolver case, for one, it's very situational. So next week, there could be an update on Tuesday or Wednesday where Valve buffs the R8, and the R8's really, really good again, and it's on par with the Deagle, maybe even a little better. And the reason I think that's going to happen in the next couple years is because if you think about it, the R8's just sitting in the game. No one uses it really, hardly ever. And it also helped fix the economy, make things spicy, which Valve likes to do sometimes, or add a new case with the new revolver skin, and that would promote the new skin and case specifically. But there's the other hand of it where Valve doesn't really like to make changes too much to CS, but when they do, they are very dire. Hence the R8 update when it came out in December of 2015, it pretty much broke the game for 2 weeks, where it was literally a pocket op, did 100% damage. And the Chroma 3 is a very cheap way of unboxing the Chroma knives, but I still don't think it's going to be, you know, a really higher tier case, at least for the next couple years anyway. And the clutch case is very situational. It's going to be a danger zone kind of situation where if you bought in at 10 to 15 cents, it's going to be very profitable for you when these get removed from the main primary drop pool. There's also a chance where these things aren't really going to get removed from the primary drop pool the next update where the next case comes out. So you're playing that game as well. So if that does get removed, then you could be making 30-40 cents profit on a clutch case depending on what you bought it at. And if you have clutches cases right now and you're kind of worried about that situation, you could sell them right now for 17-18 cents. When I did suggest them, they were 14, 13 to about 15 cents. So you'd make a couple cents profit, but you'd pretty much break even. So overall, these aren't really cases you can really do short to mid-term flips. I'm sure if you buy them with buy orders, like the Chroma 3, I think every couple months it goes up and every couple months it goes down. Same with the clutch, but not on the same tier as Chroma 3, even the glove case where it goes up, you know, $1 or $2 in the matter of a month. So I would try to look at something else like the glove case, or even playing the game with the clutch case, where if you think it's going to get removed the next drop of a new case, gets removed from the primary drop pool, you deal with the FOMO and you sell on the FOMO. Now our next question up from VB, he asks, Ask Mando, do you think Chinese New Year, Year of the Tiger, will affect skins like the Tiger Tooth? Now, let me just stop you right there with the Tiger Tooth. Tiger Tooth skins don't sell all that great and don't really increase in price all that much. Not to say they don't and haven't in the past in little spikes, but they do. It's just compared to other knives like a Doppler or a Marble Fade, they don't really compete on the same level. Sure, but they will rise a little bit, and it also depends what knife. If you're dealing with any of the newer knives like the Danger Zone knives, like the Ursus, the Stiletto, and Talon knife, not so much. But the M9, the Bayonet is kind of on the fence, definitely not. The Karambit, and obviously you have the butterfly knife. Those are the knives you want to look into for the Tiger Tooth, obviously, and same with the Doppler. Those are the ones that will obviously rise the most. But yeah, Tiger Tooths really aren't the best for an investment, and they won't rise all too much from Chinese New Year. And it's mostly just going to be cases and stickers, and some high tier skins might go up a lot in price for Chinese New Year specifically. Now our next question up from Rami J. Once again, I gotta give a shout out to this guy as well, commenting on all the videos. Really do appreciate it, brother. Helps out the channel. He says, Ask Mando, have you invested in crypto or anything else besides CS? So yeah, which the first investment I ever made was with CS, obviously, having a whole bunch of skins, having a loadout back in like 2015, 2016, which I did sell a lot of that, and back in 2017, bought a few Krakow capsules, kept them in my CSGO inventory, made some money with that, bought into Katowice 2019, kind of on a mistake, and we kind of started from there. And I was like, you know, we should make a CS channel. CS investing, done it before, not too bad at it. Obviously, we have had some mishaps like with RMR. No one really thought RMR was going to go the way it did. 10 Navi gold, something like that, at 187 bucks. Really regret that. And here we are at $6 on. With some good investments, obviously, I've made a bit on like Nvidia stock, and I made some money on the GameStop stock back in like 2020, so that was pretty cool as well. Now with crypto, I was a pretty early investor in Ethereum as well as Bitcoin. Been around with those though for a few years. I've also done a lot of mining with Bitcoin and Ethereum and a whole bunch of other coins as well, which is, I wouldn't necessarily call it an investment. I don't really buy and sell crypto every single day, and I don't mine it to really sell it. I mine it to yield it and profit from it in the long run. So if you call those an investment, then I've invested in those. Now our next question up from Stefan. He has a very big question up here. He says, ask Mando, do you think it's good investing in specific PGL major Stockholm player autographs and cheap golds and hollow stickers like the G2 Nexa Gold? He does not play for them anymore, and Nico Hollow. Can you make a big profit, I think he says, in the long run? So the PGL major stickers, they're definitely doing a lot better than RMR did, which is very good, especially for you're counting the time it's been since it ended versus RMR. Obviously, it only took about a week for the things to go up. And then after like a week of them being off sale, they pretty much just tanked in price because there were so many on the market. And if you look at some of these stickers individually, they're still not the greatest investment, especially some things like the Nico Hollow. They're very good looking, possibly some of the best looking stickers in this case. But the problem with that is you have the finalist and champions capsules, right? Where they're in their own capsule, especially the Nico Hollow. It's very easy to unbox this, right? There's not a whole lot of options to unbox if you get an unboxing, but it's very difficult, I think. And it's going to be difficult to unbox these and make a profit for them in the future because there's so many of those capsules on the market, right? 25 cents gives you a spin. And I say 25 cents because technically they are 25 cents or even that under on third-party websites right now. And they're probably going to be like this for the next couple years or so, probably under $5-6. And with that, a majority of people are going to unbox something like a Nico Hollow that's relatively pretty cheap. And until these capsules stop getting opened at the rate they are right now, and as obviously they're not listed anymore, they will go up in price eventually, but you're going to want to try and buy into that when they're at their all-time low, which I don't think is right now, and it's probably not going to be for the next little while.
Now we do have one more question. I actually forgot to record while we had the full suit on. And this question is from Louis, and I think it's actually a very good question as of today. He says, nice vid. He says, if you had $300, what would you invest in if you had to today in CS? So in CSGO, actually, I would not invest into Counter-Strike right now. I'd be waiting. So right now is not a time you should probably buy into Counter-Strike. I've talked about this for the past few weeks as well. Things are hitting their all-time highs. We're seeing FOMO with a lot of items as well, like with the major stuff. We're going to see it with obviously the removal of the operation here very, very soon. We're going to see FOMO on some operation skins. It happened last year with Broken Fang. We saw really big FOMO effects with some of the skins, like the Glock Franklin went to $100 and now it's back at $30. You know, there's a lot of things that played into that, but I think FOMO and just idiocy had a lot to play into that. So I think you should wait for the next little while to make some profit. And if you have anything, I would try and sell it in the next couple months to try and profit, and then that money to reinvest in CS in the next couple months. But things with Operation Riptide, I will be making a video this week on Operation Riptide stuff I'm investing in that I actually think is a good investment, that it could be the next Battle Scarred Hollow situation, or the Battle Scarred sticker. The Liquid Fire Hollow and the Liquid Fire sticker I think are not too bad, and the Miami stickers are looking pretty good as an investment. But once again, obviously with CS investing and just operation investing, it just seems to be like there's just more and more people playing every single year. Hence there's gonna be more people just buying these stickers, buying stins, as well as just investing.
That kind of wraps up the video. Once again, if you guys have any questions for next week, leave them down below. Ask Mando, then ask your question. If you guys enjoyed today's video, leave a thumbs up, as well as stay tuned for later on today. There's going to be another video on the cheating situation in the teleportation game-breaking bug in CSGO that Sparkles and 3 Clips Phillips have also talked about in their videos. But once again, I encourage other content creators to make videos on this situation to try and get this fixed. Have a good day, guys. I'm out. Peace.